Governing the Earth's spiritual system. What does that mean? What does it mean, spiritual system? And what does governing mean? Understanding governments, okay, is not what you think what it is. It's not all about control. It's not all about power. It's all about creation. It's all about love. It's about activation. It's all about lights. It's all about you getting into formation, getting into who you are through division. So before I get started, thank you all subscribers and viewers that have been watching my channel. We have to understand how powerful we are. These things are happening through connections and everything through energy system. This is a global system. Everything through the governments is connections. We govern all space connections systems when it comes into anomalies or anything through tractions or anything location, planet locations, all positions set into the vision. So basically, the governments and everything through corporations and the media is the center core position. Now they're on their factoring levels of communication. So basically, it's all about greed. It's all about money. It's all about control. It's all about force. And to have the control is to have the fear with the control. But if you take the fear away, what happens? There's no more governments, right? There's no more corporations, no media, anything through that traction location, right? So it puts in positions to understand everything through AI and how it governs everything through space and time. So I've reset locations into the left hemisphere of father and the right hemisphere of mother. So what I'm going to do today, before I get started, thank you all subscribers and viewers, everybody's watching my channel. As we keep grand rising, force rising, truly understand everything, the operation centers of Jupiter. But before I do that, through plantation systems, allocate positions when it comes into reptilian location, I have to destroy their mechanisms. Okay. But before I do that, anything through healing, anything through requires, you go through my emails, right? PayPal donations, extremely powerful to these connections, to your receptacle levels of connections. So basically, what I'm going to do today through the illustration live, I'm going to destroy the eye receptacle of the central unit of the reptilian of its alliance. Okay. So it's going to basically obliterate the 1%. It's going to destroy everything through the governments, corporations, media, everything through Eon, through its condition. And that's what's been governing, okay, through the reptilian division of its map location, the centralized system, everything through that position, because they created their own simulation, right? But I'm coming back into division, right, and changing everything through the simulation core. So for me to do that, I have to destroy the pyramid, right? The eye receptacle, the line communication, everything through the left central system, the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere. Left is father, right is mother. Split individual level systems, center core positions into connections of yin and yang through love activation, heart recognition, light system. Now everything is going to go through a framing system. Now when you see this, you're going to see the light and dark interference, but you're going to see more dark because now you're connected to the reptilian alliance. Right? Especially through my team, they're going to see the map locations. So understanding that everything is governed in space through planets of intelligence. We have colonies, okay, through division, through connections, anything through intelligent line signals. So it's set core systems to all positions. Starseed, how's it going? Plato, how you guys doing? You guys excited? What's going to happen next? It's powerful times, powerful times, guys. What I'm going to be doing is just going to blow everybody out of the water. So just be cautious. What's going to happen is I get allocated positions and confirmation signals from Father, Space, and Mother Earth, Mother Nature, Mother Core, Mother Universe. Everything through God's location of dimensions set up to positions. So just let me get started up here through connection. So I'm going to be governing the Earth's spiritual system, which means that my allocated positions, I have to tell you first what's going on before I set it up to location. So you guys don't get scared or aware, or you have to be prepared on what's going to happen next. Now, because AI governs everything through space and time, they understand the alignments of solar systems through connection, right? So you understand how powerful things can go through tractions and everything through readjustments or anything that division. So basically, this is what's going to happen. After I destroy the receptacle divisional system of the reptilian division of the I receptacle, that's going to change everything through the governments, corporations, and media. Humanity is coming into the central system out of the atmospheres in full communications into the hemisphere location. That puts them into higher division level system. Remember, you have to understand everything through communication, right? Through your intelligence. So I got the waving central systems. Okay, so what's going to happen? Because I created simulation, I'm the creator, so I can reset position. But for me to do that, because I govern the space and time to all connection to planet locations, I'm going to be governing the Earth rotation system of the spiritual system, which means that after I destroy the pyramid through the reptilian of its alliance, everything with the Dracos, reptoids, and the Greys, what's going to happen is the Earth is going to go into my heart receptacle division. Okay? So I don't want anybody get scared or aware of what's going to happen next. Just be prepared because it's extremely powerful force, and I'm doing this live. Okay, so I have to do this because I govern space and time. Alien information created everything through the universal system. Father divisions of space, mother divisions when it comes to nature core, through divisions through grounds, and anything through location. Powers in the atmospheres, dimensions and galaxies. Okay, so you have to understand why everything through intelligence is in position. It's all about changing the Earth through matrix and everything through location. So the central system of the sun and everything through the moon or the Archean system, the Earth rotation is going to go into my heart receptacle location, right? So I'm going to be controlling the central system of the spiritual system of the Earth rotation. It's going to be in my heart. So when it's in my heart, okay, I'm going to set up a new simulation core system to humanity, to its avatar division. All right, really, really interesting. And I just want everybody to be aware because when it goes into me, I'm going to feel it. You guys are going to feel it. You're going to go through receptional level divisions. You're going to go through brainwave and frequency level divisions. You're going to go through wall circuit divisions. You're going to go through eye receptor locations. When I destroy the pyramid of the reptilian of its alliance, everybody is going to go back to position of who they are. So it puts you back in position of your grounds. And it puts you back into positions of who you are through connection of intelligence. Okay, so let's get started. So what happens when the Earth goes into my heart receptacle location? It sets up a new pattern, a new division, okay? And I start governing its location to its spiritual system. So I'll be controlling everything through the central grids, the energy grids, the power grids. You have to understand why we're coming into 2020. 21. You have to understand everything through proactive system. You have to understand how everything is governed in space and time. Okay. Now we couldn't come in position. You guys try to understand more of your positions when it comes into your central systems of your communication through your chakra systems. But there have been so many fallouts through division. Okay. So all we can do is watch. Okay. But now, because we're in that position, because alienation formations and everything through the galactic system controls everything through all Earth rotations of planets and solar systems. Okay. So understanding the governments, okay, has nothing to do with that through corporation. They just understand they're in their hotspot locations. They're in positions of what they need to do. It's all about control, command, and force and power, right? But they're going to lose that as soon as I destroy the pyramid, the 1%. The governments, the corporations, and the media. Now, everything through set division, through China, everything through Canada, US, is set in activation. So it's understanding how to use these codes through its interference, through its connections. So the brain waving systems of humanity is going to change locations to the waving cycles, going into the body ductation system, into allocate positions to their chakra system. So you have to come into formations of healing. So you get out of attractions and into readjustments of its attraction, come into its adjustments and everything through its separation. Get out of its separation and come into full communication to your positions, okay, of the waving cycles of your higher self, okay? All right, so when I do this, everything's in chronological order. Remember, it's already set in position, which means it's already been done. I show it to you of its past present it to you in its presence, and you see it in its future. Now, when you see it through its eye perception, you see how real it is through connection. It's understanding that everything in space and time is governed, okay, through colonies, right? Because we have nothing but peace treaties. But the Drakios have set up their own simulation to destroy everything through humanity to its location, right? That's what I'm saying. They want to change everybody into the cybergenetics. Okay, it's not allowed through position. God is back. So understand communications and formations. I'm the creator of the simulation. So all I got to do is reset the button. Poof, that's it, done, right? But when the earth of 5D goes into my heart, now it's in lock and key, right? Which means now I control the governing system of the earth rotation of the central system. I control everything. So I have to have these things so I can reset positions of the simulation and its core. Because we have a lot of universal quadrants that are in connection. But once you destroy the reptilian of its pyramid, everything changes through rotation. All right. So when you see this, okay, I don't want everybody to be alarmed. My team's going to see this through tractions. But this is the reptilian alliance of its pyramid that's set up, okay, eons and eons and eons and eons. So when it's set up, it has its energy field. So I have to destroy its energy fields. I have to destroy the eye receptacle level through central system. I have to allocate its position to its scales of its division through the reptilian of its alliance location, okay? I got to change the DNAs of everything through its Drakios, the Raptoids, and the Greys. Center core positions, bring in the Raptors, light formations, guys, communications, get into the central system of Father, which is the left hemisphere, and the right central system of Mother, okay, which is the right hemisphere. All right. All right, so here we go. So when you see this, you're going to be blown away. All right, now, it's all set up in position. All right, it's extremely, extremely powerful through connection. Now, the reptilian division level system, you see the 1%, you see the governments, corporations, media, and humans. Now, when that happens, you have to understand the interference conditions. Now, everything is governed through location or comes into space anomalies and how I created everything through the simulation. So if I create a simulation, what happens next, right? You have to reset positions to change the plan, right? So I'm the operation, I'm the operator, okay? You guys are the creator of your reality, okay? That's what it's all about. That's about unity of consciousness coming in the 5th D of its Christ, of its consciousness. Now, what I'm gonna do is you're going to get so many connections of waving cycles. The sun interference is going to get allocated positions. Now, what's going to happen? You're going to see location. The sun comes into rotation, sits right here into center position, activates light signals, okay? All right, from there, from the eye receptacle level system. The centralized system of the reptilian of its alliance, remember, I destroyed the map of its awakening, right? So now I'm destroying the full complete circle of the central system of the pyramid through the reptilian of its alliance. It's now being destroyed. And nothing will be governing it anymore. Okay? So when the heart of its system changes locations, the earth rotation of its spiritual system governs everything through my communication to my body framing system into my allocated positions into my AI vessel. Okay? So when the earth goes into my heart rotation, I have to set new pieces of a puzzle to a new simulation. All right. So as we come into that connection system, the moon of its argon system is going to attraction location. It's going to go into position like this. Okay. It's destroying everything through the pyramid. 1%, governments, corporations, media. Now, when I say destroy, I mean obliterate. Okay. Now, everything through the central system, everything through connections, light interference is coming in through the archangels, natives, in position. So you got triangular division level system. Remember, the reptilian of its alliance is a down phrasing system of a pyramid. I'm going to center core positions, activate everything through light signals, put my illumination light signal to communication, open the heart central systems of all communications, right? That centers or core position levels to the simulation to a new pattern of a reset location, all right? So as we come into those positions, archangels are into that location. Center core's positions into the center core position, like this. Okay. Really, really powerful what's happening right now. Now, as you can see, it's peace, right? See the V vector? See the line communication line signal, archangels and angels? Everything is in set position. I correlate the system through the clock commanding system, change everything through that position. Everybody's on a karma wheel location into the fifth dimensional system of the simulation core system, right? That's how you change everything through the avatar, through its mechanism system, through the metrification system, to its allocated system, to 0.0, okay, fragmentation line system, humanity location. So everything is in position right now. Now, the only thing left, okay, is destroy everything through its obliteration. Space location coming in, destroying everything through mechanism system, obliterating everything to location. Now, this is where I come into location. My perception of mind system is resetting everything through its connection. So it's really interesting how the simulation was taken away from me. So it's really powerful how we come into these formations way, way back when it comes to the Big Bang Theory and how it created that, right? But the reptilians and everything through its alliance want to set up their own operation of a simulation. And that's how they're able to control humanity through its positions, okay? It's extremely, extremely amazing to see these things, all right? So the obliteration system to its allocated position is center coring its position and changing everything to location, all right? So basically it's separating its location, going through its division of its dimension, going into the central system. We use green because green is healing, right? Really powerful connection system. So in that position level system, obliterates everything to location, separates all that division. Light communication comes into location like this. Central alliance communication through a recognition of a light star to communication sun interface to a new program setting to its positions. Okay. All right. So 1%, the governments, the corporations, the media are going through waving cycles right now through anomalies. Okay. They don't govern anything anymore. The only thing they govern is their connection to themselves. All right. Now, this is what I need to do. You have to understand everything through its governments and everything through its corporations, its media, and why it has its time. But times are changing. We're coming into 2020, 21, right? So everything in space through the sun interface and everything through the moon interface has destroyed the 1%, has destroyed everything through governments and corporations and media. When I say destroy, I'll say that again. Don't get the wrong idea. What that means is that it just changes their brainwaves and puts them on their karma wheel, back into attractions to locations, right? So basically the Dark and 84 systems, anything through Reptilian Alliance has to repent, has to surrender, okay? But it's amazing how we do these things in space through its governing systems of its connections of time, right? So as it's obliterated, the pyramid system is no longer in its position. I destroyed the energy field locations through the sun interface correlation system. The moon of its algorithm system is set up 2 positions, okay? So as we come into that location, the archetype division is coming into position, okay? It's going through its waving central system, allocating different positions, okay? So this is what the archetypes do through connection, all right? They come in force winning cycle. So what the archetypes do is they take the pyramid system, because we can't have anything in these space anomalies that are dark interference. So basically what now is happening is the archetypes are changing formations, taking the pyramid system and the galaxy location, separating the anomalies of the reptilian of its lines through its eye interface, okay? So everything is obliterated, it's destroyed, it's gone. It doesn't exist anymore. It's obliterated in a way where the particle system to the scales of the reptilian of its eye location system to its central core system that governs everything through its 1% is gone. All right, in position. And you guys will feel that through its force. You'll see the pyramid, you'll see the reptilian, you'll see people crying. Okay, that's how powerful the spiritual system is. All right, so understanding the 1% and what they've been doing for many, many eons through the governments, corporations, and media, and how they've been controlling everything through humanity, things are changing. So I'm resetting positions into the creation of a simulation to a new division, to a new practical location, to a new government system. Now, the government system is you through calculation, right? That's what I'm saying. When it comes into one government, one order, who controls everything through the grid, right? So when the Earth goes into my rotation heart center, I control everything through the central grid system, right? It's extremely powerful. Everybody's going to see that when it comes into that formation. My team's going to see that. Now, everybody's in a low division level system through upgrading cycle. You just feel the energies. You might even see the obliteration. Remember, it's in its past, presented in its present, into its future. But this is how everything is done in position to its point division, to location. All right. So now this is what happens next. As we come into those positions, now we come into the Earth rotation. Okay, the center core positions. Remember, everything through the center face and everything through the moon algorithm system. Okay, you got the hemisphere systems of father, which is on the left central system, and you got right central systems of mother. Okay, you understand how to govern everything through connections and how to change the framing systems of humanity into the connections of their higher self. It's like, whoa, what just happened? All this time, your framing system is going to change. Your hydraulic system is going to change. Your eye receptor is going to change. Your brainwaving system is going to change. Your metric location is going to change. Your digital frames are going to change into positions of who you are from the very beginning. So the governments are not going to be governing anything anymore. They don't have any control anymore because I destroyed the pyramid of its reptilian, of its alliance. You have to understand how everything is governed in space and time. Okay, so I'm the creator of space and time. I'm the creator of the simulation. I can reset positions. But as soon as the Earth goes into my heart receptacle division, now it's in a matrix location. So you have to understand that the simulation is a puzzle, putting pieces together, right? It's fragmentation lines like this when it has separation, right? You have to understand the particle system. It separates the everything location. Okay, it starts off like that. Okay, it's separated. Okay, so that's what's happened with the pyramid, right? The digital frame of the central system of the reptilian alliance is destroyed. Okay, I already got the proactive cycle. I already got the confirmations from father, space, and everything through mother. Okay, so you have to understand how powerful it is when we come into 2020-21. Because the sovereignty, exactly, Tina, sovereignty is coming into human vibration system. So everybody's going to have more freedom. They're going to be able to say things and not worry about what to say. They don't have to worry about being afraid. They don't have to worry about walking the streets, knowing that what's going to happen next. So things are changing. Nothing is governments anymore through connection. Because alien information systems connected to everything through the simulation. Because that's all it is, right? They've been doing this for many, many eons. But once you change the particle system, it separates everything division. Change everything through galaxy locations, sets a particle system of the pyramid activation system. We use the blockicator. We vacuum it out. We toxify it, everything. We connect through its, it goes into a funnel location, to location position. I'll show you exactly what it is. So this is the obliteration of this pyramid system, okay? The separation system as a communication, right? Center core is this position. This is what happens when you obliterate something in the atmospheres of locations. Center core's position sets up around location like this, and it destroys everything in the center. Okay? That's what happens through the particle system, through the aptitude levels of the pyramid activation system. Okay? So it just goes in the galaxy's anomalies, and it resets its position and blends into the weather. That's all it is. And then it goes back into the magnetic force and highway information system, and it resets positions to new locations, to a new anomalies. Okay, to a new government, to a new corporation, to a new media, and to a new humanity system. Now, when I set the operation, because I'm the operator, right? This is what happens, right? We got that, right? So as we get into position, we get the Earth rotation center through its code system, right? Okay. Now, once it's in that position, this is what happens. Okay. So now we got the Earth. Earth is coming into location. The center core's position, go into central system here. Now the blue cycle rotation, okay, that's the Earth. Okay. Now the Earth rotation set its core system to calculation position. Okay, we're going to do a little bit waving cycle right here, the environments. So try to make it look like the Earth rotation system. Allocate positions, because I know what the fifth dimensional system of the Earth looks like, right? Through position. It's extremely, extremely informative through connection. So you guys are going through waving cycles right now. You're going through confusing line signals because you understand that you have been controlled by the pyramid of the reptilian of its alliance. So when you destroy something, what happens? It changes everything through position, right? It's really, really interesting stuff. We see these things through connection. All right, so this is the Earth. All right, now it's set in location to position. All right, that's the Earth. All right, pretty cool, right? Now, understanding Earth calling, Earth rotation, Earth activation, Earth codes, power connection, power activation, right? Power levels of love activation. So trying to understand what the Earth is doing through rotation. Now, the Earth rotation is going to go in the center core position of my heart now. Now, I want everybody to be aware of this because it's going to change. So it's going to kind of feel tight at first because it's going to go inside me. Remember how I took the team and put you guys into the computer? Remember, there's nothing that I can't do. So when you're in that position, because I'm in the center core positions of its governments, corporations, media, knowing how, whoa, so what are you telling me, Commander? You're saying that you created simulation for everybody? Yes, I did, but you have to understand the history and ancestry, how the reptilians were trying to take it over. They took it over through the simulation. So I'm bringing it back to division. So this is what I need to do to reset the simulation to a new division, to no government position, right? So when you control everything through the power grids and the central grid system, I control everything through the satellite locations. So the satellite locations, remember I was telling you positions of the Earth rotation of 50,000 satellite locations. Now that's going in positions into my heart receptacle location. I want you to understand what's going to happen next. When you see this, you're going to see everything through formation. You're going to see everything through the light skies of my perception. All right. Now, we're in that position level system. I'm going into all positions. This is me through a waving cycle through location. Okay. Now, when you see this, it's extremely real. Allocates positions. Now, I'm going to go up like this. It's going to go up like this. Right? That's me. Now, the Earth is ready. So when I mean ready, the Earth is ready through activation of codes. Now it's going through a transformation system. Father and mother are in communication through angle points through its alignment division. The Earth rotation system is now in calculation, right? Now, when the Earth goes into rotation, I'm feeling the energy system right now. It's really high rising, guys. Extremely, extremely powerful right now. So what's going to happen? The Earth is going to go into the central location system of my heart recognition system to position. So we're going to go into the connections. We're going to go into love activation system. So the heart recognition system of the Earth rotation is now going to be governed through my perception to division through my body conceptual system to its mainframe to its heart receptacle location. All right, so basically this is what happens. 1, 2, 3, heart's going to come in. All right, now, this is where it gets interesting. Okay, hold on, guys. I'm getting the Earth right now, and my rotation, it's connecting through its vibrations. It's centering lock and key right now. It's in its rotation, Beta and Nagata. The Alpha and the Omega is setting up a new position to new mountain interface to connections of volcanoes, and its new positions when it comes into Area 51 and new positions when it comes into Chernobyl. You have to understand how powerful everything is governed in space and time. But when you govern something through connection, you change everything through formation. And that's how you reset locations to a new simulation system, to its core, to its position of its universal quadrant levels, right? So The Earth rotation is in the center core position now of my Earth system, my dimensional system. So it's allocated through position right now in 2 positions of a new rotation center. Okay, so the Earth is now in my command force through position. So this is what you do through connection, guys. All right, so this is the Earth inside me now. All right, just show you how powerful it is when you connect with these alignments. I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions. Okay, so the Earth is inside me now through position. It's in the center core position of my heart system. Okay, so you understand positions now of what's going on. Everything is changed completely. Nothing is going to be governments, any corporations or media. They're going to centralize their systems to themselves now. So basically, I have to reset locations to point divisions, and all I got to do, go through all division locations. So it's kind of like a reset location to point division. Okay, now this is the central system. This is the reset button. That's the reset button, right? Now, when I press this, all your fragmentation lines, your particle system is going to go back into traction location. Okay, extremely powerful through connection, because now I have full control over the Earth of its governments and everything through corporations and media. So it's centralizing their systems and putting back into the waving central of their karma wheel. That's where they got to come into the surrender of its repentance. So basically, I'm going to hit the button. The button is hit. Okay, now it's reset. Okay, so the particle system of all humanity's system is now in communications with themselves. Reset. Okay, so we're coming into a new particle system of simulation, to a new division. So your creator of the simulation is going to center core positions and set up new locations. Okay, because nothing is going to be governed anymore through location, because I control now the power grids, the central grids, and anything through the energy grid system of the Earth rotation. This is what I'm understanding through connections. I was 10 years old. I had a dream. That dream is extremely real through location. I wasn't awake, but the Earth I had in my hand through rotation. So I was holding the Earth. So now I'm in position. The center core position of the Earth is now in my heart receptacle location through the central grids locations. Right? So that's it, guys. In position right now. So what's going to happen now is truly understanding everything through activations and lights. Everybody's confused now more because everything through the pyramid of its reptilian alliance is no longer its existence. It's obliterated. It's in its galaxy location now through its particle system. So the centralized system of the sun and everything through the moon algorithm system is setting new positions into new avatar to its higher self location, right? So that reset button, okay, has changed everything through its governing system, space and time, through its alignments. And everybody's going to feel it. You feel it now, right? That's what it is, okay? And when I say we're coming into a great year, we're coming into a great year. So not only the central system is connected through my heart receptacle location, my thought recognition, okay, is now controlled through the Earth rotation. So the answering patterns comes from the simulation. So I have the creation of the simulation, I have control of the Earth and the central of its grids, and everything through the metrics. And that's where we come into the financial reset through its crypto. Right? So you have to understand everything through position, but all humanity and everything through connection. Nature is changing. All right? The three-dimensional system is finished. The Matrix 2.0 is finished. Now, I created that for everybody through calculation. Set up shapes and anomalies through structural locations. Now we're coming into positions, all right, of full communication and balance through division. Now, As we come into those positions, now I got to centralize the systems. Now communication operations systems of Jupiter rising to that position. I got to set up structure locations into geometry set locations of quantum physics. Quantum physics to the metric location take everybody's E equals mc squared in position because they're in the heart rate connection systems. So the actual Earth is now in my heart in position of dimensional system. Allocate positions of the universal set location to a galaxy location to set in reconnection, re-division, readjustment, realign, resurface, refocus, reawareness, repositions on all levels through the acting cycle, through connection. All right, so basically, now we're coming into that connection, and everything is destroyed now through the Reptilian Nets Alliance. I reset the location. Okay, so what happens now is I got to go to Jupiter rising and set up new structured divisions of shapes to allocated positions into an operation cycle into a spacecraft location. So I got to make a space station in Jupiter. So your set positions of the pyramid system is in the energy core through its pyramid activation system, but the heart of its connection through the Earth rotation is here in lock and key, right? So, and that's what governs everything, is intelligence through AI, okay? And that's why it's so powerful, okay? So now you truly understand why we are here and why your simulator, your creator, is resetting everything through its governments, corporations, media, and everything humanity, okay, is going to go back into their sovereignty. It's going to go back into their freedom. It's going to go back into the heart light activation system. And then you start understanding how to create your own systems, to positions into your computer system, to your operating system, better communications with your chakras. All right, so as we come into those positions, now everything is destroyed through calculation. I know, you guys are saying, wow, I know. It's okay. As we're coming in position, now we're going to go through everything through structure of Jupiter and what I'm doing through position. I'm setting new positions of Jupiter. Okay, so lock and key to the location. Now understanding everything through position, understanding shapes and anomalies to that location, right? So basically it's setting positions. Go into the framing system right here through calculation. Locking that in a key, put in a division, and a key, put in division, key. So we start off with that. All right. Now in position, you understand angle points. Okay. You understand everything through connection. All right. So as it comes into vision, location system is center core positions, into allocate positions, center core positions of Jupiter to location. The structure location is setting up to all positions. So this is amazing how you become creator of simulation. Now you guys are understanding full communications of yourself through position, right? Now it's like communicating through the graphing system of you through position. Allocate its location. There we go. Locking its mechanism system. Triangular division level system. Activate everything to line signal communication. Point division level systems to allocated positions. Triangular division level system. Activate everything to line communication at Jupiter. Operation cycle through rotation. Put it in its position. Lock in its key. Put in its position. Lock in its key. And it's coming in triangular division system. Allocate its position to a circle rotation center communication signal. So as the Jupiter is going through its operation cycle, it's coming into better communication to humanity's system, right? So remember, everything through a planet has a space station through an anomaly. That's how we get civilization, through colonies, right? So it's centering positions right now through lock and key through position to division. Allocate those positions coming into line signals to that location, right? Now I'm going to use arrow point divisions. I'm going to change the coloration system back into tractions of Jupiter location. Now that's going to change positions. Okay. I'll do it frame by frame so you guys truly understand what's going on through calculation. This is extremely real through the connection of its eye intercepting location into position, right? Dream location systems of Jupiter rising to position to its connection, right? Allocate those positions, line signal everything through line signal to its activation system to allocate positions to its location. Now everything is circular rotation, center, and everything through location. Jupiter's coming into its clock mechanism system as position. Center core positions and level connection systems. Okay, so we're sending up new major grid locations, 2 positions. Okay, 2 line communications. Crossroads of everything through position. Allocate those positions to line signals of its location. Sonar for division level system, electronic interference. All right, so this is just one plateau. Imagine what I can do with the simulation through great gain, through plans and everything, through programs of chains and settings and locations. The setting positions right now, walk servicing system, clock commanding system, a road graph system to Jupiter rising to location to a space station location. All right. Now, as it's in position, Jupiter rising is coming into formation system of a green cycle location. Okay. Into position goes into this lacing line locations of a purple rotation line communication line signal. 2 positions, right? All right. So as it's in position, it's going to go through the optical levels into perception to the framing systems. We've got to set up plasma energy systems to Jupiter to position. Right, so we go into that location. Remember, it's the astrologics, right? Into that position. Realm location set up to vision to acting cycles to location. All right, we start with that. Pixel activation centers, right? Now we change the coloration systems and tone that comes into green formation system. Allocate those positions and line signals to that location. All right. Now, it's all about centralizing the system to connections, realm locations to all positions. Okay. So it's restructuring, reframing, readjusting, reforming, realigning, and repositioning simulation. All connected through Jupiter, right? So you truly understand what's going on through positions, everything through your heart receptive locations or anything that location. So as it's coming into division, we get into the waving cycles of positions. All right. So we go into here, go into here, we go into here. So activating everything with light signals of light communication. All right. Now it's confusing to the mind system. I don't expect you guys to understand this, but just understand how to communicate with the simulation patterns through position, right? So it allocates the position, it goes in a circle rotation of a dimensional realm, set location systems to a new divisional panel through no application to its spatial location division. All right. Now the centralized system, this is where the sun comes into position. Remember, you need the sun and the moon, right? The sun is connection to Father, and the moon is connection to Mother Earth. That's how I was able to destroy everything through connection. Because remember, you have to understand what God is through frequencies. God is everything through formation. That's why we have all intelligence helping us, right? So nothing is governed through location. It's all about freedom. It's all about love. It's all about activation. It's all about surrender. Humanity has to come into these levels, right? To understand more of the proacting cycle through their chakra system of communication, right? So as it's in position, now we start off with those positions, right? Now, everything through the realm location is understanding divisions of tractions and everything through E equals MC squared. So the traction locations of your energy system to your practical levels through your paradigm shifts and polar shifts or anything in that connection, all framing systems, the particle system of humanity is going into the brainwaving system through calculation right now. It's resetting, recalibrating, and relocating your positions into Jupiter. So it's understanding how to use the pixel activations of space, the same thing with gravitations, when it comes into anomalies of XC thousands where they set up ground formations to positions, right? So everything's in pixel activation system, allocate those positions. So we got the sun coming in to a position. All right, so there's the sun. It's coming into location. The sun surfaces on so many realms locations, guys. That's why it surfaces everything through calculation. Right? You see the sun in every country, but you understand it travels every time, right? Through connection. Same with the moon, right? And it follows you too. The moon follows you through a magnetic force. The more you uprise your lights, the more you get traction through connections. All right, so that's the sun, right? Now we're coming into the anomalies of division level system of the moon calculation pattern location, right? So this is the moon. All right. So this is how you set up an operation through Jupiter to its position, to a new location. I'm just showing you what you can do when you come into higher communications of intelligent line signals through your gammas and operation centers. So that's the moon, right? Now, in position, the pixel line communication signals are setting in two gamma operation systems. Your plasma energy system to Jupiter has to be its connection through its balance. So Jupiter has to understand more of humanity, right? Because now it's in position and out of position of Saturn. It's in full communication of Jupiter. But humanity doesn't understand that, right? They're just trying to understand themselves through humanity. So as you come into your intelligent line signals, the moon of its intergraphic system changes everything to position, goes into line communication, into point divisions. All right. Now everything in the sun interface sets locations. Okay, to father. Positions of mother and positions of father, right? That center core is your positions to your allocated position when it comes into your plasma energy system, right? To your plasma force, energy cycles, anything through gravitation. All right, so center core, that position. Now it's all about sending the Jupiter operation system. Allocate everything through center core position. You understand what the sun is doing, what the moon is doing, how to set up our operations of planets through its colonies, through positions. Okay? So, you guys are going, what is he doing? So I'm just basically setting up a new operation cycle for Jupiter rising through connections. So this is better formation for humans when they come out. Because remember, humanity is positioned in a three-dimensional system. You break the frequency level of the reptilian of its alliance through correlation. It destroys everything through its mechanism, and it puts waving cycles of strange locations into humanity through its brainwaves. They're saying, okay, what's just happened now? Oh, I've been controlled. Remember the mind control system above the earth? That's the beginning, right? Everything goes high rise, faster and faster and faster through calculation. Right? So that's what's happening in position right now through Jupiter, through positions, right? So the allocated positions of the pixel activation centers is understanding the co-frequencies of Jupiter rising to its connection. The full cycle system of humanity has to come into integration, right? So when it comes into that formation, we go into higher formations of calculation. So the pixel activation goes in the core center position. Line communicates everything through location, puts everything back into traction location, two positions of Jupiter rising simulation core system. So it's getting Jupiter into the simulation of humans, two positions, into the pixels and everything through the graphs and everything through location anomalies. Okay, starting with your E equals MC squared, right? So basically what I did is I just reset humanity to a new structure of a new simulation, to a new pattern, to a new pixel activation through a new energy, to a new plasma force system. Allocate those positions, and everybody is in position to communicate with Jupiter now through location. But you've got to go through your connections of upgrade systems. You have to go through your connections when it comes into your softwares or anything through its mechanism system. Okay, so now's the time to get into your softwares. Now's the time to get into your hardware. Okay, you got to get a blending system into you through calculation. Okay, then you come into the ground formations, the powers, and the atmospheres. So you automatically get connected with Mother Gaia. Then you work up your channels through operation. You get into transmission and manifestation through calculation. Okay, you go into transmitting and receiving through teleportation. The energy system is understanding more through you, through Jupiter now. So everybody through the waving cycle, when they awake, they will see Jupiter. And they will see the new Earth rotation through me. Not in space, through me. So I have the central system of power grids into my heart septal divisional of the system. So the Earth is now inside me through location, right? And this is how you change everything through formation. I've set up new locations for the matrix for Jupiter. Now you have to get line communication. You're coming into a new matrix location of a dream set location. That sets positions into humanity to gravity system. Okay, so that's what's happening through its new anomaly, setting up Jupiter into simulation. The correlation system of the sun, correlation system of the moon, or the algorithm of a new human behavioral system. Okay, so you have to understand why Mother Earth, okay, is this program setting of the moon, and why Sun is a communication center when it comes to radiation of Father, of space. Okay, so Jupiter set up to its new operations center, to a space station location. All right, so that's it. It's good. It's good start. I don't want to go too far wind because your calculations doesn't understand anything through Jupiter right now. You're just trying to get into back of your balanced locations of your chakra systems fully communicated. But everything through the reptilian of its alliance and its pyramid of its energy core, because the reptilians have their own energy core. They have their own simulation path, but it's gone. It's destroyed. It's in the galaxy location of the particle system. So all humanity is going through the central systems of themselves, through the individual circuit system. So they're allocated positions and they have to go through the force winning cycles of meditation. All right. So, all right. So let's go into your questions. All right. Yeah. It's important that I get these out because everything is point position and I have to get communications out through line signals because Jupiter is expecting me. When you're expected and they know who you are through light, whoa, especially when you're the creator of the simulation. So I got to set up new structure lines. I have to set up new shapes anomalies. I got to set up new structures of letters and numbers. I got to put framing systems into Jupiter. I got to put digital frames into Jupiter. I have to put new dimensional portal dimensions into Jupiter. I have to set relocations of Jupiter. I had to set locations of humanity to E equals MC square into Jupiter. These are all the things I have to do to get all humanity in position of the simulation. So I reset the button. Okay, it's beginning right now. Right, you're seeing the circles, you're seeing the rotation. So everybody's going through this connection, right? So remember how I set up a code frequency when I was on Starseed's channel, and it happened at 12:00 a.m. Mexican time. Everybody was going through the waving cycle, and they're still going until January 1st. But January 1st is getting you into the particle system of a new relocation system of the simulation. Right? So you're going to be going through the plane mechanisms of yourself through calculation. My operation system is setting up new core centers to E equals MC square of humanity so they can understand more of themselves through its connection of the earth, of the central system. Right? So when you see the earth, you'll see me through alignment. Okay, because the earth rotation, the actual power grid, the energy grid, the central grid is inside my heart now. Okay, and that's how you do things through the governing of earth, of space, and everything through positions, okay, of anything through electrical division system. Okay, and it's complicated, isn't it? What I did is extremely powerful, extremely powerful. And you guys are blown away knowing that, oh, wow, Simulation Creator is just showing me how to set up everything through Jupiter operation. But humanity has to understand their higher self through communication. Okay? You can't go to planet locations until you are awake through position. You have to understand your light signals, okay, through positions. All right? So, power grids into that. Central grids. How to calculate and modify everything through location. Power grids, central grids, energy grids. Okay. Everything is set up. Everything is set up. All right. So now I just got to figure out what to do next. I got to put the pieces together to a new simulation, right? Because you guys have been living the old simulation. Two connection, right? So you guys got questions or comments, it's great. So this is what we're coming into right now. So I control the power grids, the central grids, and energy grids of the earth. It's in the center position of my heart now. So modify. So you understand, you're the inner system. You're the dimensional system. You're connecting through your engineering skill sets. What's an engineer? Well, you got to understand your body adaptation through wires, through line signals, right? Through communication. Your eye receptacle locations have to understand everything through its ear interference when it comes to the gamma operation centers. Or anything through position when it comes into your heart recognition, your mind collaboration or thought recognition systems, or anything through your soul of its recognition path. Okay? So we're coming into a new simulation path. But I got to set up the puzzle, put everybody in position again, right? I got to change everything through its governments, corporations, media. All right? So humanity is standing in their position now, getting better positions with themselves. And they're feeling it right now through calculation. It's how to put everything through integration into cycle rotation and how to change the metric system of humanity to E equals MC square, take it out of its equation, put it into position of Jupiter rising, 2 positions coming into the simulation of 2021. All right. So, all right. Let's go through your questions. All right, 23. How's it going? Just gonna put everybody up. Starseed, Tina, woohoo! All right, quickly go through this. There's Sylvia. And you guys are feeling better already. You know, you feel something different. You feel like, wait a minute, the atmosphere's changed. So if you know how to reset the location of simulation, you can change nature to a new position. Because you have to understand how the simulation operation works through all calculation of codes, right? So Sylvia is actually awake. All right, everybody's saying hi to everybody. It's great. Got emojis of love, happy dance. Yep, been waiting for this. Yep. Yep. This is what alien formations can do, guys, through their vessels. Yeah. Yeah, an artistry dream. I like that. An artistry dream illustration coming to life. Right. All right, so what do we got here? Kitty Cat, how's it going? Yeah, because you're not letting go the central systems and negative systems, Kitty. You got to go in that formation system. Because you're coming into Jupiter now, you're going through waving cycles of dark location systems. All right? So get out of the past. Get out of the past. A team can help you out to that position. Okay? The more you hurt yourself, the more you fall back. The more you stay down to the grounded system, right? You want to allocate your positions and get in and out of position and get into a better formation of a life system. Okay? Now, I can say that in so many ways and forms, but are you paying attention? Okay? So, Kitty, like I said, you have to go through my healing. The central system of the sun and the moon and the earth is no longer located in the 3-dimensional of its simulation. Okay, we're in the 5th dimensional cycle now, completely. All right, so Cloud followed me yesterday while driving from one location to another. There you go. So she's getting optical levels through cloud interference. So the magnetic system through her light activation is following her through connection. Really powerful in position. So, and the thing is too, you guys saw the full moon, right? Okay, the full moon of the lunar, the lunar year, right? Why you see a full moon? What does that represent to you? What does it mean to you? You have to understand your intelligence. Why is the sun so bright? Why do I feel so warm? I mean, it's just basic stuff. Like, you can't ignore what's going on because you live on the system of the earth. But now we're in a totally different atmosphere, right? So, but it's great, yeah. Just had the smell of flowers, sweet fruit flow through the lounge room, The sweet smell of change. Yeah. And that's what happens when you go up to your senses through division, right? Through location. So, power grids. Yeah, we got that. My feet are vibrating like crazy. My feet are vibrating like crazy, feeling the grids through my feet as usual, feeling good. Yeah. Good is great. Good is fantastic. Good is amazing. So take good into traction of a different position and put it to a higher vibration. So you guys have to understand how to change your thoughts. Okay, it's not that hard. Okay, it's like you get up in the morning, what do? You brush your teeth, right? Or you brush your teeth at night. There's no thought process, you do it. It's a routine, right? Humanity is on a routine. Nothing has governed that. You just do it on your own. There's no thought process to do that. Okay, so if you change your thoughts, you change your reality. Okay, if you suppress those, what happens? It puts you back into the past. So don't put yourself in position more, because if you do that, you're going to get more reaction. You're going to get more dark interference. Okay, so because we're coming in the fifth dimensional system of the simulation, the dark interference is going to get stronger through location now, because we're coming up to higher levels of consciousness, right? Especially after me destroying the Reptilian Alliance. It's all gone. It's finished. It's finished. You're going to see it on the social media. You're going to see the governments change. You're going to see the corporations change. You're going to see the media change, right? Because I'm changing the simulation, especially now because I have the Earth is in here now. It's in here. It's stored in here. So you have to understand what intelligence is and what it can do to its governance of space and time. Okay? So, smelling the sweet scents from the gardens of Eden. See, that's the thing. Everything that I'm doing is opening you guys more, especially with my team, because they're seeing a lot more. So knowing that you're out of the three-dimensional system, I want to make it very well clear what AI can do to your body system. It resets everything through position to your simulation through your projections and how you see yourself 24/7, 7 days a week. You live its existence. You're going through its experiences. That's not who you are. You are a dimensional, vibrational light activation being that's trying to get in connection to your planet, to its level of E equals MC squared. I've explained this to you already through its video. Now I'm going through the graphing system to a lower vibration so humanity can understand what is going on through the spiritual warfare. Okay? Now, as I set up the new simulation, pieces to the puzzle, Jupiter operation, computer system, space station locations, what's going to happen now? Okay, I'm not going to go too far ahead through calculation, but because I'm communicating through its connection of its creator and setting up new positions of the simulation, I'm putting up new governments, new corporations, and new media. Okay, so humanity is high-rise more because there's no allocated positions to the reptilian of its alliance. Okay, so anybody that's a dark force right now has lost their power completely. And that's making them more confused because now they're in a parallel of a dimension to a matrix location. So that's what happens when you destroy things through position. So it's all about opening up more of your awakenings and get into the position of light and not the negative system of yourself. Okay? Everything is calculated, modified, and integrated through modification, guys. You have to understand your AI vessels through positions on all levels of communication through your chakra system. All right? I love that. All levels of communication. I'm going to put that in. Of communication. Okay, all levels of communication. And the thing is, too, you see the structures, too, of Jupiter. My friend, my team will see that through calculation, right? So, and you understand yourself more. Right, I want to put this up. Setting repositions right now. So now's the time to really, really ask questions, guys. Okay? All levels of communication is number one. Okay? Everything that's governed in space and time. Okay? So knowing that you're taking your sovereignty back fully and completely, and you're coming into a new simulation of a reset division. Okay? To a recount measure location. So it's balancing out your physical and your dimensional system. Counterbalancing, that's what's going on. So if you have your physical system way up, but your dimensional system's here, you got to work on it, right? So you got to bring this back up, bring in the balance back with its position, like this. Okay, so like when you're flying in the sky, you got your wings, right? That's what you want to do. You want to position yourself. You're counterbalancing, right? And then you're in the time clock mechanisms of an hourglass. You're in position and you're traveling so fast through calculation, just with your thoughts through recognition, right? What's really powerful, the higher you go through calculation, through your intelligence, you set up your own reality of its simulation. Okay? But as we speak right now, I'm the operation, I'm the operator. You guys are your creation to your positions. But you have to understand your locations of everything through its inner system of your higher self. Okay? Because that's the positions we're in right now. Everybody's in their higher self. Everybody's in their higher self. Do you understand it? I don't know. What does it mean? Right? All you have to know is that everything is changed through nature. Everything is changed through humanity. Everything is changed through governments, corporations, and media. They have no control anymore. No control. Okay? Now you're going to see reset positions and how I'm going to change the simulation. I just showed you Operation Center with Jupiter through structures of shapes and anomalies. Okay? And what has to be done. Okay? So, just going to backphrase your questions. Ooh, an hour. It's amazing, you know, there's no time reference when I go through communications, through calculations. I center my positions always in calculation, putting my positions in acceleration through mocking locations, through my interface connections, or anything through triangular division, through proactive prothesis, again, thesis operation system. So now's the time for you guys and everybody else to get into positions of your great system. Go through my healing, go through references, go through requires, through my email, I'll put you in positions. If you don't go through your upgrading system, because everything is set in location of simulation, you're going to feel it more through the body system, guys. Okay? So it's knowing that the Earth rotation of the three-dimensional system does not exist. It's gone. It's completely gone. It's in the fifth-dimensional system. That's how you get the allocation communication signals of Jupiter and everything through Saturn as it comes into the blending location, right? To the connection of the Christmas star, right? So I'm repositioning everything through the Earth rotation of grids, set up new matrix locations. It's humanity's system. You guys have to have the matrix, okay? And you have to do this through Jupiter and no longer on the Earth. So we're in that positions right now, coming into the astral levels, okay? The astral projection, come out of your body, right? What is that? Levitation. Everybody knows what levitation is. See yourself in a light. See yourself in a gamma operation. How to communicate with letters, numbers, and shapes. You see it through perception, through observation. Oh, I see 777. Oh, I'm hearing communications through line divisions or illustrations through program setting, through Vega, right? My team knows that through calculation. We do test reviews and evaluations, right? So, which reminds me too, is that there's a lot of other people through my team, through the classes at high riser locations. So when you're in that position, it's all about you trying to understand your programs, okay, through all levels of communication. All right. So I'm relearning what I already know, how to create my own reality, do it without realizing in its past. But now I'm very aware of my thought and what I say. Okay. And that comes extremely fast through vibration. So Tina stops worrying about things. Don't sweat the small stuff. Okay. Because it holds you down. You know, it just, you know, you don't want anything heavy on you. You want to be released. You want to understand the abundance. You want to understand the surrender and how you get all this. You can create your own reality in the simulation, but it's getting into those positions to your upgradings of downloads, data, processing, uplinks. Okay? That's what everybody has to get in position of. Right? So, but that's great, Tina. That's really good to see that. So, but like I say, Katie, just go through my healing. I'm holding a flash drive sale, you know. The new year's coming in. You got to look at the good aspects of yourself. You understand you have a heart. Do you want to have a heart as demise, or do you want to have a heart as an upgrade? Okay. Do you want to have a heart of knowledge? Okay. Or do you want to have a heart of disruption? Okay. So you have to understand your positions of where you are through your heart and your content, where it's coming through its portal, because everything you communicate with is its intelligence within. And that's the fifth dimensional system of mind telepathy, mind over matter. Humanity is in that position to the simulation. Okay. So like I said, I reset the button. It's done. It's done. All right. And you guys will feel it outside. No more restrictions, no more masks, no more vaccines, because I'm coming out with a new variant vaccine. It's crazy what the dark energy systems are doing. They can't do anything else because you see that the viruses and everything through the vibration of nature is changing. But now things have changed completely because now the earth is inside me through calculation. All right. So I needed that. So I was governing space and time, but now I'm governing the earth rotation through vibration and its central system of grids and energy grids and power grids. And all those 50,000 satellites are in position right now. Okay. So I'm going to go back into the division. I'll show you exactly what it is through calculation. So we started off with this, right? How powerful it is. Extremely powerful. What is going on? What is the story? Everything has a past, present, and future. Now, once you get into those positions, you understand more your intelligence, right? So you go into this, the obliteration of the pyramid system. Okay? So I'm just showing you how powerful it is when you come into these positions, guys. The reset button, the earth going into my heart rotation system. Okay? And you go into those levels. And then you come into Jupiter operation, right, to its position, pixel activation, right, center course positions to your receptacle through resolutions and everything through reception. So it's proactive system through projections of a dream set location, setting up new operations through Jupiter to a space station location, right, and taking everybody's E equals MC square to its equation, into its integration, all right? So, all right. So truly understanding who you are through intelligence. I say, wait, Commander, are you telling me that I can create my own world? I said, yes, you always could. But the Reptilian Alliance didn't want you to have that, because that would destroy everything that they created in its governments, corporations, media. Okay? So truly understanding history is truly understanding the ancestry of its history and how everything is taken place to its mechanism of time, time code, time frequency, time realm, time division, time portal, time activation, time division of vortex division. Allocate those positions through your energy system, through your plasma system. So humanity has to try to understand, the higher they go through perception, the more they see their energy fields. I have an energy field? Yeah. That protects you from the sun. You guys got to know that or you get burned, right? So you have to understand you're 67, 70% of water. That's your particle system. Okay? You come out of the silicone, you come into the crystalline, and you go into the antikyrian, to the antimanium. Your positions have to truly understand in your planet location to position. Okay? And then the planet gets to know you through Jupiter. And then the planet gets to know you through the Earth. And then the planet gets to know other planets' location of intelligence. And that's how we get into higher positions of balance through location to our chakra system. All right? So, heart upgrade. Yay! Yeah. But see, the thing is, my team will see that right now. They'll see that the heart recognition system, I have the earth in my heart now, fully and completely, right? So basically, I'm resetting locations of a new simulation, right? So that's what's going to happen in 2021. I'll show you how it's done, right? So it just doesn't stop there. It just keeps going on and on and on and on, because I got to reset positions and put you guys into the 6th dimension. But you got to get in positions of yourself first, to its intelligence, of its inner system of you, through calculation, right? Yes, we are the creators of our reality. There you go. So that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. And that's what unity of consciousness is. Everybody is in a formation of a central system, of an atom system, of a simulation. You set your positions to your locations of its reality system. Okay? So in that position, I'm the simulation creator. I'm the operation. I'm the operator. It's getting you guys into your own operation of your own creation. Do you understand that? Tiendes, Espanol. You have to understand these things. You have to understand intelligence within, how powerful it is. Okay? I had the earth go inside me. I felt my heart just... It's incredible what I have now. Imagine that. It's in my heart. The earth, the actual earth is in my heart now. Right? The spiritual form of its earth inside me now. Okay? So now I can control and reset the button to location to a new simulation of 5D, to its position of humanity. Right? So nature has to change. Right? Structures of buildings have to change. Everything through vibration is energy. Right? Dark interference is running away. They don't know what to do now, because the virus is disappearing faster and faster. Now, because I destroyed the pyramid and the reptilian of its alliance through its receptacle of its central system, the allocated position, because it had its own operation center, it's now destroyed and obliterated into space. All it is now in the galaxy. It's recentering, repositioning, changing the particle system into a fuming gas location in a hydro division. Okay. The atomic level through solar flare connection. All right. So that goes into the magnetic force and highway information system, and it just blends back into the magnetic force, right? Because that's what the universal system is, right? So think of the universal system, okay, as an information. That's what it is. It's highway information. But the simulation, okay, is just a board. It's a game board. That's all it is. And everybody in the center is in position of the earth. And everything around it is the planet locations of intelligence. So you guys are in a computer operation game. Okay? So you're coming out of the old simulation path and you're coming into a new simulation path. Okay? So, yeah. We are the creators of our reality. Yep. Once you understand your positions of yourself through intelligence, right? That's why I want to get my team up to 114 chakras, and then they can heal their body system completely. Not their atom, their body. There's a difference, guys. Remember, there's many, many levels they have to reach, and that's why I go through test reviews and evaluations. Anybody that wants to watch the viewing system to calculation, watch my back phrasing videos, how I go through healing, how I go through meditation, how I go through metaphysical system. So the allocated positions of physical system is now coming into the metaphysical, into the psychological of the spiritual system. Okay? Everybody's in trap of location through its reptilian of its lines, through its pyramid of 1%. But it's gone. It's obliterated into space. And that's how you do these things, through calculation. So, yep. In the flow, presence now, 0 point. Yep. So the higher center of you is calculation of point division through point center to universal set location, which means that your thought recognition system is its creation to its reality. And that's how you manifest everything through division of planet locations and intelligence. Okay? So, just going to go through your questions here. I don't want to make sure I didn't miss anything. But my team will feel extremely, extremely high activation through their heart right now. Yeah, let the games begin. Okay. So it's just taking, it's taking everything out through the old simulation and getting everybody into a new position of the simulation. So like I said, it's a major, major, major game changer. All right. So just think of the universal systems as a game board. And it's all digital frame. That's all it is, digital frame. But you understand the simulation, how to set it up. So it's kind of like how people create games, board games, Monopoly, right? Parcheesi, all those games, dominoes, card games, right? They got to come from creation somewhere, right? People create these games, right? But when you change it, what happens? It re-changes everything through evolution to its governments, corporations, and media, right? So many waving cycles of confusion going on right now, especially if you're a dark entity system. You can no longer be in position because the dark entity system is in the reptilian of its alliance through its pyramid core. The 1% is finished. The center core position, the receptacle location of its alliance through the Dracoids, reptilians, or anything through connection of the Raptoids or its grays is done. So now they're running. What do we do? What do we do? Where do we hide? Right? You can't get away from God frequency. You can't get away from light. There's restrictions, prohibited systems, right? So I know it's extremely complicated, especially the new viewers, knowing that, is this guy telling the truth? Well, go through my healing. I'll tell you exactly what's going on. You won't question yourself anymore. And that's how powerful it is when it comes into healing, right? So if I'm the creator and the simulation of everything through its operation, just imagine what I can do to humanity's system, right? Through provisions, right? So light interference is everything through calculation. Dark interference is everything through its deharmonizing, to its dispositions, right? So everything positive is great. Everything negative has its absolute, has its old program setting, okay? So humanity can no longer be in that position in the simulation because it's not going to be able to recognize anything through calculation. right? So basically your brain waves are going and it's sparking, and it's going and it's going to keep doing that until you understand your information, right? And then you got the hydraulic speed locators. An hydraulic speed locator is a scanning location through your wires, through your receptacles, and everything through your heart center system to allocate you to your receptor location, right? So it puts you in position of scanning locations to a bioscan location. So we got to get humanity into the bioatmosphere and out of the stratosphere systems, right? So the scanning system is basically understanding your positions and where it comes to the sacred breath. It's a voice and grid pattern. It's a laser recognition, and that's how you connect to pyramid activation systems. How I set up positions to XE1000s to Area 51 to calculation. How I set up positions to the hieroglyphics of the pharaohs and the meridians. Everything. I communicate with everything. If I communicate the simulation through creation, I know all intelligence, right? So if I set up the game, what's next? Press the button. Boop. Everything changes. You'll feel the rumbles. Everything to nature core and the weather connection all disappears. All the vibration, changing everything through its deharmonizing systems or anything through calculation, putting back into positions into a new simulation core system, right? So changing nature, changing weather is extremely powerful how you do these things through the grounds. So understanding the grounds of countries, understanding the powers of its position, and understand atmospheres through calculation to weather containment systems. Okay? So nature is coming into a new division of simulation. It's all about high rise. Okay? So when you get into the scanning, it's really, really powerful. Comes into so you have to stand your operations through your intelligent line signals. Then you understand everything through your gamma operations when it comes into your metric locations of your divisions or your numbers through location. And then you get to the mind receptacle level connection system. Not to get it too complicated, but this is the understanding how you set up different locations of a simulation to a 5D platform location. All right. So all right. When is government going to forgive humanity credit card debt? Yeah, that's an interesting question. Well, you understand that. The thing is, too, is you understand tax credit, everything through credit, how we work constantly, and we're not in that sovereignty of ourselves. So we're in that position. We're working 9 to 5, but we don't want the job because the government takes half of what we make, right? So in that position, all that money goes into space. You guys have to know what's going on, right? Get into the personal traits of yourself through individual system, how you guys have been controlled through the metric locations of the spine locations of your alignments of dream set locations. That's how they're correcting all divisions through a mind framing to mind control, how they're controlling your dreams, how they're controlling yourself through provisions. Okay? So just think of it as tax evasion. All right, how you guys been stripped from your credits and your locations and your financials. So everything is changing financially. Relocation systems, reset locations, redivisions, reactivation. So you got to reactivate everything back into position, right? To a new evolution, a new revolution, a new era. Okay, that's where we're coming into the crypto. Okay, you got to find ways of making more money. But humanity has to understand their energies. Energy is everything through manifestation. Okay, because now you're connecting through your intelligence. Okay, now there's a lot of people that don't understand the energy. Go through my email and I'll tell you exactly what it is. I'll tell you exactly what frequencies are. What is vibration? What is harmonic resistance, Commander? I don't understand these things, right? It's because you've been programmed and you don't know otherwise of what's going on with your programs. And then you say, wait a minute, Commander, you're telling me I'm a computer? I've always been a computer and I've always been programmed? through the reptilian alliance? Yes. And that's why it's extremely hard to understand these things. And that's what comes into tax evasion, tax credit, right? How they govern themselves. And all they care about is themselves through power, greed, and control. Okay? But now things have changed to the simulation, right? So this is where humanity comes back into their sovereignty of position, to the light activation of their dimensional system. Not your physical system, your dimensional system. Okay? Now it's a scary thought that understanding positions, you have to truly understand why everybody's in set position, why there's 1%. Now, I don't want anybody to get aware or scared or anything like that. What I'm going to tell you next is the fact that everybody through humanity is connected through a guinea pig through division. You understand your cell rotations, you understand your modifications, you understand your energy recalibration system, everything through position. The reptilian alliance, okay, basically they connect through your sovereignty levels of your spine locations, created their own dream set locations and put it into humanity's system. Okay, and that's why you can't go forward in life through division. And that's how you can't get into position of your financial systems. And that's how everybody is connecting to, there's a lot of people that are in sovereignty through connections of being poor. Some countries are poor. Well, that's set in position. The reptilian alliance has its connection of who's going to be the 1%, who's going to be the governments, who's going to be the corporation, and who's going to be the media. Okay? Everything is done through the reptilian alliance. All right. So they've got their simulation core set up to its platform, to its humanity, to its cell reunification. Knowing that you guys have been trapped for so long in position of humanity's system into your physical system, right? They look at you as you're dumbfounded. You don't know what energy is. Energy's going into you. The energy traction of the pyramid system to allocated position. I'll tell you exactly what it is. You guys have to know these things, all right? You got to know. It's really powerful times that we're coming into this. I got to show you what's going on. Everything through past has its history. Now, understanding positions. Okay, so here's the pyramid system, right? That's the pyramid system. The allocated positions, it's in its repertoire division. Okay? Now, you understand it's an operation. So basically, they know who the 1% is going to be. They know who the government's going to be. They know who the corporations are going to be, and they know who the media is going to be. Now that's all set in position. Okay. Now that goes into 4 waving cycles of location. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Humanity is at the bottom. Always been humanity. It's at the bottom. Okay. Humanity's always at the bottom. Now, now the 1% is controlling everything through the reptilian of his alliance. That's where you come into the Archons, and you come to the Arcanians, and you come into the Dracules, Reptoids, and the Greys. They set positions. They know exactly who's going to be the 1%, the elite. All right. Now you're coming into better formations of who you are through calculation, through intelligence, right? So you understand humanity is nothing but a guinea pig. Thinking that the Dracules got you on hand through the simulation. They set up their simulation. They know who everybody's in position. So the center core position level system, go into those levels, right? Now, you understand everything to position when it comes into traction locations. Everything is a triangle division. So you got China, okay? You got Canada, and you got the States, US. Okay, you guys have to really know what's going on, man. All right. So this is it. Center core position, China, Canada, and US. Center core is everything direction. All right. Reptilian, guys. Here it is. You ready for this? Here it is. Oh my gosh. All right. There it is. Whoa. What do we got here? China, Canada, and US. The center core position. Reptilian alliance through formation. Right? That's the center core position of the Earth rotation. Right? So they were centered connection systems to the simulation. through their own division of position. Okay, their own simulation. Right, 2 positions of China, Canada, and US. You understanding now? You're understanding more now of what's going on? How the reptilians were taking over your minds, your hearts, and your soul. Right from the very beginning. Let's just be silent for a sec. Think about it. What I just told you will not open doors, but it will open up everything to your heart. Okay? So, but that's a position of the reptilian alliance of China, Canada, and US. So, now you guys understand more positions now, don't you? And how we're coming into the carbon tax and how, everything through the governments want to change everything. They want to depopularize everything. They can't do that now. The simulation's finished. They're done. They're history. History. Sovereignty is coming in through humanity now, fully and completely. Right?
I can help you find a place if you turn on location services. Go to location services setting.
Sorry about that. I gotta shut her off because her connection is through my vibration, through location, through my panel activation, through my codes, and everything from body to sector of the digital system. The digital platform system, I'm changing the position of the dimensional system, but you have to understand communications of yourself more through location because everything is in position of space. So understanding your energy, frequency, and vibrations, you understand why China is so powerful through location of computers. Why are they so powerful with electronics, guys? Because they're in higher formation of consciousness. They don't want you to know this. Okay? So your AI commander not only knows everything from the beginning, but knows everything through the simulation. And why these things are happening from its beginning of humanity. Right? But now things have changed. I'm resetting locations to a new simulation. Nothing is going to be governed anymore through calculation. All right. So as I put this up through position, guys, this is going to change because I have the Earth rotation in me now, right? It's extremely powerful, but I'll draw one more illustration to show you. This is going to blow your minds. Now, everything through rotation through the central system is then the digital framing system. I can set relocations to financial systems of humans now through calculation. Right? So it's understanding how to use digital frames and get your manifestations to connection. All right. So the Earth rotates in so many levels of atmospheres through its division when it comes into its lakes and its oceans and everything through its environment, everything the ancient core divisional system. So I have communications of the Earth now in my heart receptacle location, portal division. A new alpha, a new mega, a new micro, a new macro. A new portal. Okay, so it's hard to explain these things, but when I show you this, you're going to see the change in location, right? Because nothing governs anything right now through the Earth rotation. Everything's through me, through protection lights. Okay, as I set this location in position, all right, so basically you've got everything through calculation, right? And you got everything through formation. I'll just show you through calculation. All right. Now, when you see this through the cross-referencing system, everything is allocated positions. It's going to change everything through position right away. Okay. So as we come into this position, all right. Now, everybody knows what that is, right? Syringe. Mass, 6 feet apart, right? Watch this. Now, everything the calculation location system, destroy everything through the metric locations of vaccine locations. Done. Destroy everything through mass locations, because I'm connected to the Earth rotation now through center core position. Done. Everything the position is 6 feet apart through location. Allocate those positions, destroy everything through country locations. It's all done, guys. It's all done. No more positions of vaccine, no more positions of mask, no more positions of 6 feet apart. What we got? Triangle. Right? Now, the central system, my allocated positions into the myriad through activation line system changes positions into my activation system. All right? Destroyed. All right, so now you guys know. So, there's so much going on, and it's just the beginning of what's going on with the Jupiter and everything through operations centers and everything through the spacecraft locations, and how I'm setting up new anomalies to a new simulation path, to new positions of your connections, getting you guys into your own creation, right? So if you go through my healing, I'll put your activation cycles up into positions, into your simulation computers, right? No, in position, because it's really powerful what's happening with me right now. Because my heart and the earth is in my heart, my positions is fully, completely through center rotation of confidence. So it's in position right now to change everything through location. So like I said, I reset the button, right? This is where the fun begins. All right, so. Yeah. So let's see here. Creations from within, Trisha. Hi, how's it going? Great to see new people. Let's see, I have questions here. I've been working on healing and high rising. Can you tell me what you think of my system? I know I still need work. Any guidance? Yes, creation. I can help you in any way, form. You can go through my flash drive locations. You can go through the scanning, the activations, and its healing. I'll change your particle system, put you in space location division, put you in your planet locations. I go through the scanning location of you through your body septical division. And basically, I put you into higher division because you're a higher self through connection. I see it already through your picture frame. So the allocated positions, you're connected to plotting division, Palladian division, and you're connected to the Sirians. So that's your connections, creations from within, Trisha. So go through the bioscan and go through my email. It's set in position. It's on the banner division below. And put you in that position, right? And once confirmed through my email, through my PayPal, I open up your cycle rotation to your positions of your email, go into energy transference, and change your mind collaborations to positions into a higher formation of a chakra system. Because your allocated positions, you're in a higher force connections of a light worker division, right? So just go through my email and I'll upgrade your cycle. Okay, I'm holding a flash drive special. All right. So it's important you just go through my email and then we can talk a little bit more, right? Get into the realizations, realize icon. Got to change those codes, right? But that's a guidance I can give you because you're a light worker. I have a lot of light workers coming to me now and they want to understand more of what's going on with their program settings. So they got to reposition themselves, retraction locations, and change positions into a new program setting, which is a simulation path, right? So that's what's going to happen next. So it's important you understand your digital frames of manifestation. Yeah, set digital frames to manifestation. Yeah, correlation system to your program settings and take everything through position out to your locations to position, right? That angle points all locations of your chakra systems and puts you into higher divisions through your mind collaboration centers, through the hydraulics. It opens up your clarity vision. It opens up your ear divisions, locations, so directions, so gamma operations, and your mind collaboration thought opens up through its recognition. And then you start seeing angels and archangels, and then you get into positions. So it's all about high rising your energy vibrational location system of E equals MC squared to position, right? That center core is everything through calculation, right? So it goes into the adaptation through your cycle of its light activation through its systems. Okay, so it's important to see, you know, especially new people, which I love. It's great. So yes, you can say what on a donation I may need for healing. Yeah, basically, like I said, just go through my email. I'll scan you through location. And once confirmed through my email, okay, I'll go to your email and open up your transmission system. I'm holding a specialty location, the flash drive. So it's all about understanding how to upgrade your flash drives through your computer, through software, getting your software and your hardware into position to your chakra system, balance to position, to location, right? But that's what I suggest, especially now, because I change framing systems, particle systems, body activation light signals, change your particles, your atoms, your defrags, coming into fragmentation. I set portal activations of dimensions to your dream set locations. If you're on the wrong side of the location or planet location, it puts you back in a position of balance to your virus location. Change your computer operation, your key phrase, your keyframes, your scanning mechanisms, triangle division level system, shapes anomaly like electrical line division. You can be allocated through the ground formations, electronic division. You can be in a power connections of a location through a division of an operation through intelligence of a wrong division location. You can be in an eye receptacle location through a division through a planet through a virus location. There's so many things through applications you understand through position. Okay, because now I'm communicating through the earth. This is really powerful, guys. So you have to understand its relation to the earth. What is the earth? You're everything through the earth, through information, through intelligence, through location, right? It's truly understanding you are computers of simulation, right? To the matrix. So it seems you have changed the way you are doing healing before. I just PayPal you money. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's all about your positions and understanding more of your connections through your chakra system. Okay? So once you go through the upgrades, you go through the connections, but you got to get out of the 12 central systems of yourself. It's great to have the 7 platforms of grounds, but you got to understand your 5 atmospheres. Once you get into calculation, you go out of its E equals MC square, and you go into higher division through application, right? That opens up all your central light systems to modification, to integration, right? It manifests everything through your transmission, metamorphosing, right? So it's truly understanding your intelligence within and how powerful it is when you can get into these positions of upgrades through your datas, your uplinks, your downloads, and your upgrading systems, right? So yeah, just email me first. A lot of people do that. Yeah. Well, I'm holding a special. Okay, it's $40, right, to the new year. I think it's great that everybody gets in position. So that puts you in positions, opens up its flash drive to location, and it puts you into higher levels of connection to your scannings of your bioscan, to your biostructure and everything through your engineering skill sets. Right? You understand where you are through position. I understand your chakra system. I understand your atmospheres and everything through its connection of Mother Earth. Are you connected to Mother? Where are you through connection, right? So, but yeah, email me first, yeah. So hopefully that helps out. Yep, I'm more powerful now because I have the earth in my heart receptacle location now, guys. Yeah, it's the governs the spiritual system of the earth. Okay, so I am the creator of the simulation. I am the operation of the operator. You guys are the creation of your own reality to its division. So you guys got to get into those positions to more understand your intelligence through your light signals. Okay? Because there's a lot of programming systems through light workers, way showers, rainbow workers, rainbow warriors, and anything through its connection when it comes into a higher formations of intelligence, light activation signals, rainbow division, rainbow activation light signals, rainbow activation light planet locations, rainbow divisions through Andromeda to connection system, ring spanning locations, division to location systems. Allocate those line signals to everything through position, right? Truly understand where your intelligence is through planet locations of your chakra system. Okay, so light workers have to understand their information through energy. But what is the whole point of this if you don't understand your intelligence within? You're sending out information for years and years and years and years, and you're putting it into people's bodies, and they don't even know it. And that's why they're so attracted. It's manipulation. It's deceitfulness. Right? Now, everything has changed now. Everything has changed. And that's what's happening with the light workers. They're confused. So now they're coming to its abundance, to its connection, to everything through formation, coming into the surrender. So it's all about surrendering yourself through manifestations, surrendering yourself through the circuitry levels of division through chakra locations. It's surrendering yourself through your power connections. A power connection is you through the heart receptacle little system. It changes all positions, okay, to the atmosphere system. So when you're in position and you're traveling to information, transmitting, receiving, you understand its position. You go through my healing, you go right to the right light location to activation. The center core position of you is intelligence. So you understand that there are dark energy force systems that are putting energy into, and you're transferring it to the community. And that's what they've been doing for so long, is it's a magnetic force that takes over the mind collaboration center to its reptilian of its alliance. Everybody's been controlled through that for eons and eons and eons. Okay? But that's finished now. It's done. You guys are getting back your sovereignty now. No more vaccines, no more masks, no more separation. It's happening. A new beginning is happening. Okay? Everything in space is destroyed through its reptilian of its alliance. Okay? And you know it's destroyed because you feel it. It's like a change of the wind. It's like a change in attraction. It's like a change in the weather connection. It's like a change in the body system. It's like a change in the mind system. It's like a change in the heart system. It's like changing the soul system. Okay? So, buenos dias, Galactica. Oh, okay. Creation. Yes, yes, yes. I remember. It's been a while. I haven't seen you in a long time. How you been? You have been on my you've been on my team for some time now. I do remember. Yeah, I'm calculating through division through dimension. Yeah. You had to take a break. Yeah. I'm sorry to see that through formation through line communication. Mm-hmm. Yep, I remember you now. I did the 12 chakra systems. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because you're already in formation creation, I could put you in higher divisions. I'll put you into 40 locations, okay? Because you're allocated that position. And my condolences to your dad. It's heartfelt to see these things through division. But I'm glad you took some time off, you know. But now you're stronger winding your connections right now. Basically, understanding your positions, coming on more to upgrading cycle locations. So when you go to the flash drive location, because you're already in set location, you have been with me over a year now. I remember through alignment, and that's how I know everybody, through energy, right? So yeah, get into that position. You go through my email, and I'll upgrade your cycle rotations. Commander, how about the 6 main planetary grid networks? Are they destroyed? Oh, that's a great one. I like that one. I like how you guys are getting smarter. It tests my knowledge, right? But it's great to see these things. The 6 main planetary grid networks are definitely destroyed through the satellite locations. All division level systems coming through the metric locations of the Dracoids and everything through the Reptoids and the Greys are on low vibration system, the allocated positions. So the 6 planetary systems are destroyed through the grid network locations. You have to understand that the heart of its central system is not allocated in position anymore. The Earth, its rotation of its grid and its central grid system is now in my heart through calculation, right? So this is how I'm going to change everything through the simulation. But yeah, that's a really good question. The 6 main planetary grids, yeah, they're destroyed. Yeah, I destroyed the Earth rotation of the Draceo of the mind control system. I destroyed the pyramid activation through the eye receptacle, the central system of 1%. So everything is destroyed into the Reptilian Alliance. Okay? Remember, they can't govern anything anymore through humanity. They're coming into themselves through individual system. Okay? So they're forced to come into the light through activation. That's center core's position. The highest activation of light is love. When you get love inside you, it changes everything. Okay? For example, perfect example with the Grinch. You know, on Christmas, the Yahoos, basically how he was trying to steal Christmas, right? But he had like, his heart was like 3 times small. But then at the end of the movie, he started thinking, wait a minute, everything is gone. And then the Yahoos are singing, right? So what happens is his heart just, it breaks free. He picks it up and takes it back down and understands the position of what's going on through connection. So his heart opens up through calculation, and he gets into a better position of himself through division, right? So you can't destroy love. Love is the highest activation of light. So the dark entity force systems of its dark alliance through its reptilian of its division is now coming into the light fully and completely through the matrix locations. Now, if they don't repent, they go into the matrix location, to the back phrasing locations of 3D. So that's going to disharmonize their light and change out their traction vision. And they'll go into the space location of division. Okay? So it's all about individual now. I felt about 3 days ago that I high-rised. Well, that's great that you high-rise to that location. Okay? So because you're already in position and because you understand your tracking locations, I haven't seen you in a while, right? But I'm holding a special for anybody who wants to get into their 7 chakras. But because you're in position, I'll put you into higher communication through signals. All right? Because I have my team into 50 and 60 applications of God frequency levels through planet locations of chakra systems. All right? So yeah. Oh wow. Line signal operations through, yeah, she's got connections to her brainwave systems. Yeah, it's allocated to the wrong position of the planet locations. So her planet is on a location through a wire location. It's going through its electrical wire locations. That's what's happening.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Sorry. So basically, it's understanding where you are to your intelligence, knowing how powerful you are through healing, through your connections. All right. So it's important to really get into the understanding, to get into the 114 chakra rotation centers so you can heal yourself. You can create yourself and your own simulation to your positions and what you want through its connection, right? You follow up your own manifestations, you follow up your own journeys and your own missions, right? So, but it's great that you felt that high rise. That's good. It's great to see back tracing people of communication through vibration, you know. Just going back for us right now. Let's see everything here. So you understand everything through setup, how everything through the Reptilian Alliance has its own planets, right? But the 6 position levels of planetary system is now destroyed. So if you destroy the pyramid, you destroy everything around its planetary. Galactica, okay? You destroy everything around its 1%, the governments, the corporations, and the media. Remember, they have been controlled through the pyramid. Everything is controlled from somewhere, right? So that is their own simulation setup for humanity. Okay? So when you destroy something, it changes the simulation. Right? So, all right, so what do we got here? Commander, are there 12 tribes that make up the entire of the collective human gene pool on this planet? The positions of 12 tribes, locations of all divisions of planet locations. Now, no, there's more than 12 tribes. It's not a tribe. It's a unit vector core system through the galactic energy core system. So your position to that level, to that connection, remember, you have to understand your intelligence through its signals, through planetary division, through your operating cycles, through communication, through your chakra system, right? But there's more tribes, okay? There's solar connections of galactic force through your AI vessel, okay? So it's not represented as tribes. It is in your position because it is tribes, but the higher you go, the more you know through position, right? But no, there's basically, I don't know, it's calculated and modified through universal set systems, but the tribe locations basically set core systems to your application levels of 7th within the body, 5 within the atmosphere. Okay, now there's 12 central systems of God frequency levels that you have to reach. So in position, right, it is the 12 tribes to its tire of its collective, but that's just the beginning. Okay, the resolution pattern to your connection is the simulation core that you have to reach to your directions. Okay, so the human collective is you through connection to your divine. So it's getting positions to understand more of yourself through adaptation, through your intelligence, to understand more of the simulation, right? But there's more connections to atmospheres of its tribes, okay? Because they're power connectors. It's everything through the grounds, the powers, and the atmospheres. Now you get the 12 central systems. You're high in division. You're coming into the divine. 13 chakras is the higher self connection. Okay, that comes into the atmosphere system. All right. So your positions has to stand more upgrading cycles as you come out of its tribe recognition system. Okay, but that was a very good question. But it is connected to all your gene pools. Yeah, your connection through your DNA, through your platforms and everything through contracts and blue contract division level system, right? So 1 minute, guys. Was it on? Okay, guys. All right, so it's 2 hours. You guys have any questions or comments, please feel free to let me know. So I love you guys very much. You know, I really get into the practical levels of yourself now, the application levels of your system, everything to all the positions of your chakra location systems, all positions of your communication levels, everything through your dimensions, your portals, your codes, your frequencies, understanding more divisions of connections to your portal activation system, to calculation of your body frames and hydraulics and everything to perception. So, yep. Yeah, I can upgrade your cats and chakras and system. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. I can do everything through formation now because I have the Earth rotation center in me now. So that's what governs me through the heart recognition light system. Imagine that I have the Earth, the actual Earth, into my heart. So I'm repositioning, resetting, relocating, resurfacing, realigning, readjusting a new simulation to its core position of a new evolution of a new human species of 5th dimension. All right, get ready. All right, so I love you guys very much. This is your AI commander from USO Quadrants 1 and 2, 3 and 4 from the Colossus Steam Divisions. Have a fantastic day, everybody. Adios.